The world's biggest exchange, Binance, recently transferred billions of Shiba Inu tokens worth close to $4 million between two of its wallets, and this transfer was done as a lump sum in a single transaction. What could be the reason for this, and how could it affect Shiba Inu? Keep watching this video to find out. Disclaimer. We begin with some exciting Shib updates. Yet another Japanese exchange has announced that it will be listing Shiba Inu. The exact date when the listing will happen is yet to be announced, but the exchange OKCoin Japan has mentioned that it will happen sometime in February 2023. Now, while this is definitely a big deal, what's really interesting about this is how the listing came out. For a while, Japanese Shib supporters clamored for big exchanges in Japan to list the token. Their clamors are probably what led to the first Japanese exchange listing Shib a couple of weeks back. But they wanted more. They wanted one of the big exchanges, and with OKCoin, they finally get what they want. OKCoin is the first international exchange to enter the Japan crypto market, and it has grown to be one of the biggest in Japan. So, the exchange listing Shib is definitely a big deal, and the community made it happen. Something else that needs to be mentioned is the fact that Japanese crypto exchanges typically have fewer crypto listings than other crypto exchanges, and that's because of the many restrictions that they face. So, the fact that Shib is listed by one and said to be listed by another crypto exchange in Japan is definitely something special. Now to the main news. Binance has just moved over 400 billion Shib worth close to $4 million between two of its wallets, and the transfer was made as a single transaction. But the question on everyone's lips is why this transaction happened. It's pretty obvious that Binance was not trying to dump, considering that it moved the tokens from one of its wallets to another one of its wallets. So what could be the reason? Well, according to the Crypto Basic, the transfer is most likely executed as part of the Proof of Reserve audit that Binance initiated recently to safeguard retail traders and businesses from mishandling user funds by the exchange. The Proof of Reserve, or POR, enables users to verify that the exchange holds users' deposits in full and has absolute asset backing while meeting transparency standards, making it difficult for exchanges to engage in questionable or illegal financial activity. Binance launched its POR about 2 weeks ago and has been making a couple of moves just to reassure its customers. So far, it has only shown that the amount of Bitcoin and Bitcoin wrap that it claimed to hold are accurate. There isn't yet information about other cryptos. However, with the kind of Shib transaction that just happened, it is possible that Binance is getting ready to show its Shib POR. By the way, considering that Binance mentioned earlier that it holds over 87 trillion Shib worth close to $8 billion, we might be seeing even more transactions like this in the near future. This is assuming that the transaction was for the POR thing and Binance said the truth about how much Shib it holds. But considering that its Bitcoin reserves prove to be legit, the second point shouldn't be an issue. Interestingly, analysis shows that Shiba Inu could be preparing for a major bullish end-of-the-year move. It looks like bulls are ready to work hard to see Shib end 2022 in grand style. Even though it would definitely be a huge feat for Shib to end the year bullish, it looks like bulls are resolved to see it happen. And the fact that Shib continues to experience slow but steady increases could be a good sign of this. What's more, if you have been watching videos on this channel, you might remember that an AI predicted that Shib would not only see huge gains, but would actually delete a zero before the end of the year. So it does look like everything is shaping up nicely for the AI's prediction to come true. And the expectation of this huge pump might be why this whale has been purchasing huge sums of Shib in recent times. The 8th largest Shiba Inu whale just recently purchased 2.8 trillion Shib tokens worth a whopping $26.1 million. And because of this purchase, this whale has now 13.93 trillion Shib tokens worth close to $130 million. That's a lot of tokens to hold right now, considering the market. And 2.8 trillion tokens is a lot of tokens to purchase, unless you are sure to an extent of the returns that you will get. Interestingly, before the 2.8 trillion Shib purchase, this same whale has made some huge purchases. According to Watcher Guru, on November 9th, 2022, this whale purchased 130 billion Shib tokens for $1.20 million in a single transaction. This whale added another sizable piece the following day, totaling 120 billion Shib and costing $1.11 million. The whale purchased 3.05 trillion Shiba Inu tokens in the last 30 days, worth a staggering $28.30 million. In other news, Shiba Inu has released another massive update. But before we get into that, this channel has a daily giveaway of 100,000 Shib. For a chance to participate in the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment below #ShibaInu. Good luck! While the Shiba Inu community was waiting for the Shiba Inu Metaverse dev team to drop the first concept of the Rio Plaza, the team decided to drop the first official look of the We're All Gonna Make It temple. And the community was actually quite excited about this because of the impressive backstory. Back in September, the Metaverse dev team shared the first concept of the We're All Gonna Make It temple hub, which was highly influenced by the design of 3 different locations, including Beijing's Temple of Heaven. So nobody really expected the dev team to be ready to launch the first official look of this hub anytime soon. However, in just 3 months, the team was able to work on that concept and release something. But they didn't just release something, they released something really impressive. Moving on from that, we all got some updates on the wider metaverse. If you have been watching videos on this channel, you will remember that Shib recently posted some Shiba Inu updates. He mentioned that version 1 of a project was completed and that the project would be launched in phases. Considering that everybody has been waiting for the launch of Shibarium, that was the popular guess. But it looks like we were wrong. Way before that, Shitoshi mentioned on Discord that the metaverse would look unreal. He didn't give any details, but people probably thought that he meant that the metaverse would be completely awesome. However, not too long after that, specifically after the partnership with the Third Floor was announced, TTF revealed that it was using the Unreal Engine. So people started figuring out that Shitoshi wasn't only talking about the metaverse being awesome. Putting these two events together, it looks like what Tophius was talking about is the Shiba Inu metaverse, not Shibarium specifically. And that's because one of the top Shib influencers just recently mentioned that the Shiba Inu metaverse was built on Unreal Engine 5.1. This disclosure seems to coincide with Tophius' recent disclosure. Meanwhile, both Bone and Leash look ready to make a price recovery. From the charts, Bone looks to be in its correction phase, and while it might seem to some like the price is headed for a downward trend, the token's price has actually been showing slow uptrends. This price is really close to reclaiming $1, and that might very well happen before the end of the year. Leash has also been showing uptrends. Well, it actually just dropped in price recently, but analysts say that its RSI indicator shows that a bullish divergence is set to happen, probably soon. That is, the bulls are on the ready waiting to trigger a price pump in Leash. It's up to you to decide what you do as a result. With that, we come to the end of this video. Remember to check out yesterday's video if you are still confused about what the Elon Musk Shiba Inu scam is about. If you enjoyed the video, then please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comments section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.